You open your eyes simultaneously.
It is daylight.
You find yourself by a familiar-looking lake. Familiar-looking sky with hundreds and thousands and millions of stars. You see a very similar mountainscape, one that you haven't seen in a long time. As you look left and you look right, it's hard to tell based on the water, this still perfect water, where the connection is between sky and earth. You see that very faint crescent moon hanging in the sky, and you see the trees, those dark shadowed trees behind you. Nothing seems out of place.
No,
we wake up and we're like next to each other.
And you all are next to one another.
Well, this hasn't happened in a while.
I'm just kind of like looking around, like nervously almost. Now I'm just kind of like, do I see anything? Anything out of place?
Perception check.
Yeah, good plan. No,
19.
not good plan. No, 11.
19. Nothing seems out of place. Everything seems to be as you left it. Or at least the way you remember leaving it. Not the broken, fragmented segments scattering in and out of existence, fading, blurring. Smooth, tranquil, peaceful.
Man. It's been so long since I've had a dream, I don't know what to do anymore. I know what I'm supposed to do.
What do you normally do? Other than, wait, hang on, she told me about her lightning striking, right? She told me about Bay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you about Bay originally. That's who I told you was my original like dream person, but it was actually Malik.
Okay.
I lied.
Okay, that's fine. Can we say, have we been just completely honest from this point?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Maybe not you. I think you've never mentioned the council to me. You just mentioned somebody was after you. Until I still don't know the fake councils.
Whenever we wake up, I'm gonna link and I'm gonna tell you everything. So that way I don't have to wonder anymore.
Cool.
Okay. You're like, well, how do you choose between which ones that you interact with at night?
Well, honestly, if I'm being completely honest right now, I'm pretty sure Bay would electrocute me into oblivion because I haven't seen her in so long. So, probably too scared to do that. But I mean, usually I don't know, I'll call out or sometimes they're already here. It just depends.
All right. I'm gonna another perception check. Anything else? We're just kind of chilling. You're like, well.
Fuck it. I'll call out a little, I guess, and I'll just be like, Malik, are you here?
And see if he appears, and if not, Bay'll just electrocute me in my dreams. It's fine. Either or.
Either one's a good option at this point. Get the electrocution over now, so maybe it's not as bad later.
There's a pause as your voice carries across the space, filling every nook, every cranny, every shadow, until it's completely absorbed into silence. Just across the way, Nora, you're able to pick it up with your passive perception. You see two silvery blue flaming eyes emerge from the far left and make their way, light flickering in and out between the trees. And finally, you see emerging, Talavin, you see this too, emerging from the shadows is the obsidian wolf, Malik, celestial guide.
No lies, the second I saw his eyes, I was already walking that way.
Just throwing that out there.
I don't know if Nora's following or not. Whatever she wants to do. You can join me if you want. But I don't say anything. I just walk that way.
I'm just gonna watch you. Not really wanting to interfere with your celestial being.
My mentor. It's my mentor.
In which case, Nora, you hear from behind you. Aren't we going?
Ah!
Turn and whip around and see Jasper standing at the edge of the forest. Hands shoved slightly in his pockets. Wearing a just white, simple white button down. Wearing the same kind of style cloak, although it is slightly different. It's lighter green than you remember seeing before on him.
I suppose.
Well,
Alright. Just kind of
what?
catch up with Talavin.
As he walks, each stride is fluid. Completely level as he just sweeps across. You almost have to take a couple of steps to keep up. Talavin, do you wonder where your cousin is, or do you keep going for Malik?
No, I keep going for Malik.
You make your way around the edge of the lake. And there, standing just towering above you, is the head
As
of
I as I'm walking up, I kind of like just make sure that he doesn't look like he did last time a little bit. Not like super obvious or anything, but just like
make a perception check. Or you can do one for Jasper as well if you want.
natural 19.
Checking them out. Making certain
26.
19. When it matters.
This is when it truly matters.
Yeah.
You do see that there are some bandages beneath the white shirt. And you do pick up that there are some places on Malik covered in a dark moss. Around his forearm, pressed into one of his shoulders.
He's in wolf form, yes?
He's in wolf form.
Okay.
Yes.
As you all approach, Talavin, you sense something immediately to your left, and you look over and you see your cousin. But you also see a tall, 6'2", 6'4" or so individual. Tall. It's the same one. He's the same one that you've seen before. Lean but toned. Features fair, elven, very elven. Eyes keen, these bright emerald green. Hair, in a way, almost similar to Malik's, the way it's black and tossed, although this continues down, partially almost to his mid-back. It's tied up slightly on either side. As he walks beside Nora, he gives you, Nora, a motion for you to stay put as he walks by one of the trees and leans against it, hands clasped in front of him as he looks at Malik. Malik doesn't turn his head, he simply looks at both of you. He stands up and looks into you, Nora. Says, "Lady." And dips his head.
Damn, motherfucker, he never maladed me, bitch.
I return the greeting.
Cross between worlds. Entwining of this and that.
Thinking, I see why Talavin sees him so charming
know that.
Bridge between our worlds. I am Malik. It is a pleasure to meet you in person. He dips his head.
It is a pleasure to have a formal introduction to you also. Like, can I call him that? Yes.
It's his name. What are you gonna call him?
He sits back down.
Obsidian Wolf.
Lays down. You can hear Talavin because you're familiar with his behaviors, and Nora because of your past perception. There's a slight catch as he lays down. Almost inaudible. But you barely pick it up.
Oh, Talavin, also, this is Jasper.
I'll look over for a moment and just kind of...
Jasper, of course, where are my manners? He pushes himself and goes into a low bow. Lady Naerstar.
I will...
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
The pleasure is all mine.
In which case he leans back against, hands clasped. It's like, now that the fanfare is over, and we can get to answering their questions. I'm sure they have a lot. Alec just gives him this side eye, this very keen side eye.
I've been waiting for this.
Looks back to you, Talavin. I can understand your relative confusion at our last, well, accidental encounter. Fear not. Everything's all right. We have more pressing matters to worry about. Your question. You remember it.
Okay. So I have like an entire page of stuff I want to talk about, and I'm not really sure.
What was the last question you asked them?
The last question I asked him was the...
Turning pages, turning.
It was after the good one. Okay. And the last question I asked him was, I want to know more about how and why this started, and what might help us stop it. So I guess I'll just kind of like, just as like a side note, when he said like not to worry, it's or whatever, I just kind of like
Jaw tightened just a little bit. Don't believe him, because now I just think he's kind of full of bullshit a little bit. But it's fine.
I'll just kind of nod, and I'll say, I asked you if you could find out anything about how or why this started.
We were able to locate some of this information. The original beginning is unclear, but at the very least, it began in the East. A few smaller towns began experimenting with what they could accomplish, what they could achieve if they took matters into their own hands. Two arcanists, potion masters in their own right. Powerful, respected, but foolhardy, to say the least.
You say take matters into their own hands. What did they need? What was the point of their experiments taking matters into their own hands?
They wanted to find a way to enhance what they were doing. They felt that their power was not at its full potential, and that by using different elements, it could be unlocked. Different effects could be unlocked. There were Ellen McKinnon and Austin Landvin. Began experimenting on what they could accomplish by adding different elements to their potions, their spells. Of course, their names are besmirched in various historical texts, as they eventually led to some very powerful negative magics. It seems as though that their mantle has once again been brought up, has been picked up by many large cities now. It seems as though their notes have fallen into various hands, and whatever is going on in the East spurs from their experiments. How to prevent it? I don't know. All I know is that they began turning their eyes, according to their followings and teachings and notes, began turning their eyes to various Feywild magics. They write of various elemental properties possessing far more power than nature should allow, necessarily. Going from stones, from water, from different elements and parts of creatures, even. It's extended into sprites, the pixies. Taking elements from them, their wings, they essentially were part of the connection between the Feywild and nature itself, that fine balance. Having something that is inanimate, dead, lacks a certain dimension. Having something alive, being able to manipulate, harness that. This is one of the focal points of their research. How far they got, I do not know. We do not know. We know it stemmed from them.
I found some notes in the place we were before that they were taking. It looked as if they found a half sprite, half pixie, and it seemed to change the way they were experimenting on the rest of the sprites, but it seems maybe they found something more interesting with that. I'd heard that there had been releasing a lot of the sprites, and they're turning in a different direction now.
Interesting. It corroborates what it was that we were finding. Looks over at Jasper, who pipes up. Says, we spent a lot of time looking around in some of the different cities, some of the different areas, and it does seem that whatever it was that you sparked, at the very least, inspired others to act, to fight. At the same time, circumstances almost seem too optimal. I think they're being given the false illusion that after fighting back they were victorious. In reality, I don't think that's the case. Their eyes both turn back to you two.
You spoke of, I'm assuming the original experimenters, you said that they have notes and people across this are using them? Or is there just an original set of notes that are scattered across?
Whatever it is that they are doing, whatever they are experimenting or trying to achieve overall, it seems to stem from the original work that these two individuals performed. About the enhancement of spells and potions.
Does anyone know where the original notes for those are?
Jasper takes this one. He says, not that we're aware of. Spent a lot of time searching around, looking at different documents. We even went as far south as the university. Luck. These original documents are either being highly protected or have just been dispersed and destroyed. Whatever it is that they're referencing may be coming from something else. Malik looks over. We don't know that. They could very well have the original documents. Let's not jump to conclusions. Assume that there might be a different power at work. We can't rule out anything. Jasper leans back into the tree.
God, I had a really snide fucking comment go through my head, and I fucking had to bite my tongue.
Again. Jasper,
Yes?
so we found the list of names that apparently are the main people in charge, but is there one main person making the decisions beyond that?
As far as we're aware, no. We were thwarted. He kind of gives Malik this look of... Actually, make an insight check on him.
23.
It's I got that. It's
7. Nora, you would be more familiar with Jasper's various behaviors. I will give you advantage on this one. It was a 1. Really?
And can I get triple advantage?
He seems miffed about something, but you're not sure what. Talavin, you're getting the sense that he's being held back on what it is that he wants to say, what it is that he wants to convey about this particular point.
So he's not telling the whole truth.
By the look he's giving Malik, it seems like he wants to keep going, but isn't.
Nora, are you ready for a scene? Because I'm going to cause a scene.
What are you doing? No! Stop. We're
I
getting
mean,
information.
come on. They're going to keep shit from us. We can't help. They're just going to fucking keep shit from us. They either trust us or they don't. And, I mean, we're big girls. I mean, I almost die on a daily basis. Like, they're going to have to get over this shit.
Nora didn't see anything.
Okay, does he stop there?
He does.
I'll kind of look at Malik and then look back and I'll be like, no, continue, please.
Make a persuasion roll. Disadvantage.
Natural 20!
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage! Shit!
Come on, you can do it!
That was a... Oh, that was a 11... 17.
Bailey.
My persuasion is only +6.
Oh.
Yeah, Nora, your question was, hang on.
The person in charge. Like, we have the list of 10 people who, or I think it's 10, it might be more than 10.
Like 12.
Like 12, yeah.
12 people.
12.
We have those people, but is there someone above them, like, calling all the shots? That was my question.
And he just says, we think there might be, like, I have concerns about where they might be getting this information from. It's too old to just have been forgotten. And he looks at Malik and he's like, and you know what I think we saw. Malik just kind of gives him this look. He's like, we don't know and we can't confirm it. And Jasper just kind of gives him this look like, come on.
What did you see?
Jasper, and you've this is the first formal time that you've met Jasper.
I don't know him at all, and I'm just ready to fucking lay into either one of them. I don't even care at this point.
He looks, and he looks like he's... Make another insight check.
Ooh, can I make one?
Nora, you can do the same, yeah.
19.
Please.
19.
Oh my god!
Another 4. Plus. 9. Wait, was that
God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it is.
Please.
Oh my god.
Plus insight. I'm just like,
Wow, this is so cool, man.
This is so much better than last time.
He's looking for permission, for lack of a better term, Talavin. It looks like he's fishing for permission from Malik specifically. Not looking to you for persuasion. He's looking to Malik for permission, and Malik's not giving it.
I just kind of like shake my head a little bit and just like lean back almost and kind of just fold my arms. And I'm just look, I don't look any, I just, straight face, just kind of like, that's fine. Fucking fine. There's something building up inside of me and I can't release it. It's like...
What do you think Talavin would do?
Honestly, I feel like she's probably getting pretty peeved, honestly. But the last time she got really peeved at Malik, it didn't end very well, so she's pushing it down.
Just press it, push it down.
It's gonna be a really bad day when she gets to hit something.
Looks back to you all. What other questions do you have? What else can we help you with?
Wow, that was another just really bad comment went through my head. I'm not having it today.
Just breathe. Okay.
Oh god. I was literally, I do not say this Sophia was thinking this, okay? This is what Sophia was thinking.
Pause.
Madison. This is to Madison and Mackenzie, not the DM and Nora. I was literally like, are you going to give us answers if we ask questions? Or are you just going to dance around them? Not going to say that. Not going to say that. I'm going to keep my fucking mouth shut.
Okay.
A good man. Okay. Alright.
Oh, okay.
So, course of action. Do we simply hunt down the people on the list and hope that no one adds or contributes, continues, picks up the mantle? Sorry. There's no guarantee that even if we do stop these people, that others aren't going to just take their place.
Jasper folds his arms and leans back. He's like, well, I definitely think there are a couple of avenues that you could traverse. Glances at Malik before continuing. He's like, obviously, you can continue on trying to find different areas that have sprites. However, from what we've gathered, it doesn't seem like that is necessarily the best course of action. It seems as though they're either being let go or being under the impression that they are setting one another free. Perhaps they are. The other course is to go north. This he pauses as Malik once again kind of gives him this harsher side eye. He turns his head and looks at him before looking back.
Malik turns his head?
Malik turns his head and looks at Jasper to kind of give him this look before looking back to you. And Nora.
What's north?
My home.
Jasper smiles and kind of points. Like, can't get in trouble if she says it. And gives this little bit of a smirk and a sassy smile to Malik. He's just.
I'm just like, oh God, I'm like, oh, my brain is staring Malik down. I'm just like, I'm so peeved right now, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. And what would be the issue with going there? If that's the best course of action, isn't that what we should be doing?
Who are you addressing?
I'm looking at Malik. Because obviously he's the one that's having an issue with this. Jasper seems more than willing to tell us things and send us in the right direction, but it seems like Malik's the one that's preventing that.
He simply looks and he says, "We don't know all of the information."
Then how do we get it?
We keep looking. Us. He looks over at Jasper. It's like, we keep looking. And confirm, or hypothesize, what it is that we're actually facing.
Are you going to share those with us? We can help. What's the point in us traipsing around, not knowing when we could be helping?
Point of you going around is to better understand what is going on around you. Are there changes that are happening around you? You can traverse great distances and stay to the shadows as necessary. I feel there are various players at work and would rather have us know more about them. Glances back over at Jasper. Glances back. Then be caught unawares, charging in blinded. Nora, make an insight check on Jasper. Your passive perception picks this up.
Ah. 17 for insight.
Nice. Nora, anytime the council, the Fey Council, was in one of those long, drawn-out, boring meetings, there were these very subtle moments where Jasper would get these looks on his face. You know he was thinking something that was a jab. He kept it to himself and sometimes confided it into you later if you ever asked him about it.
Oof. No, I don't smirk. I tried to stifle a smirk.
Makes eye contact with you briefly. You can just see that same quirk of a smile on the corner of his lips.
Sorry. Okay, sorry. I smirk back, just and then be serious again.
Talavin, you pick up a partial smirk from Nora and Jasper. Just very faint. Out of the corner of your eye.
My heart. Okay, I can't think right now. So
I don't remember what the last thing was said anymore.
Well, if you don't advise us to go north, then where do you suggest is the place we can be most useful?
Malik answers and says,
That was just
Continue east. Try and learn what you can about the people, about the environment, about what's going on. There's trouble brewing there. It has been for quite some time, and houses, families are falling left and right. Bloodlines are being broken. This happens, yes, often in the East. Not this many. Not so frequently.
family lines being broken, such as
Royal families, the noble families, the ones who rule over the various territories. Many very old bloodlines have vanished or been eliminated. This has happened before, yes. But the number of families taking power and seizing territory is disquieting. I'd rather know more and bring it before the council, as they have eyes in other places. We are just 4, 8, possibly, among us. We can only go so far.
Talavin's in the corner.
I don't know who the last person is. If I just generalize, I'm thinking like Nessie, Masky, Cardman. I don't know who this is.
The button lady. And the rock.
It's always the button lady.
Of course.
She kills everyone but Zoom because she loves Zoom for bringing her buttons. So, the original 2 people were the Elaine and Yosin?
Ellen McKinnon and Yostin Landon.
Y'all, I'm gonna put a T in there so I can I can say like Yostin Landon.
So
Landon. V. Landon.
Oh, the
So they said that like they were the original ones to come up with these ideas.
They seem to be the initiators, so they're not sure where they got it, but it's kind of like a primary source or a first author, where someone read someone else's work, and then they're like, hey, this is what I think of it, here are my experiments. And then a lot of work is stemming from that work.
Okay,
So they pulled from other people, but they took it a step further. Now other people are pulling from them, according to Malik and Jasper.
Are these two, like, are they from like a long time ago, or when this all started?
It seems like it's from a long time ago.
So, like, they could potentially have been the people that came up with it back before the dragons took it.
You haven't asked them about that.
A friend of yours mentioned that they think that whatever this is, it belongs to them, that the dragons took it away when they left, and I assume it didn't come back with them, and that's why they're trying to get it back.
Friend? What friend are you referring to?
I don't know his name. He just knew a lot about me, and he mentioned you.
He's no friend, he is no ally. He said this was dragons.
He said it was before the dragons, and that they took it away when they left.
The dragons were some of the first to come up with some of the ancient magics. They're the ones who helped bequeath magic and imbue it into the earth itself. I dare say whatever it is this individual said about the dragons is false. If the dragons did indeed take something, it was because it was theirs to begin with.
Well,
if they took it, there must have been a reason for it. As they left other magics, other keys, other pieces of evidence of their existence. The Great War of forgotten memories. Now, after their return.
He just said that they were trying to remember and unlock something that they had lost, that the dragons had taken, and that they believed it belonged to them.
If the dragons took it, then it needs to maintain its secrecy. It needs to be locked away and indeed forgotten. Whoever it is that thinks they have the right to this is poorly mistaken. There's a little bit of a snarl and a growl in the depths of his voice, like rolling thunder. It would be wise, Talavin, to not engage with this individual.
I'll just nod. While I was looking over the notes that I took from the sprite, whatever home, they looked like they were trying to almost create different new sigils. It looked like they were adding on to original ones and changing them, but I wasn't able to really figure them out completely, just maybe know what the original sigil might have stood for, but didn't understand what they might have been trying to add to it.
Do you have the sigil?
In my notebook, which bag of holding?
No, I don't sleep with that.
It doesn't have her. It doesn't have this dream space work.
I have them all written down in my notebook. I could technically, but last time I tried to draw on the sand, it didn't work. So
I could try again. You certainly try.
I will try again, goddammit.
You go to the sand and make an intelligence check as you begin trying to trace out.
Natural 20.
There you go. You draw in the sand recalling in your memory those horrible sketches, those terrible pinprick marks where you know the stains, those crimson stains originated. Eventually, without even blinking, you look down and you've created the sigil. Alex stands and looms over you, casting this very faint shadow in the moonlight just over top of your form. Jasper also pushes himself off of the tree and walks over, standing at your side, and leans down and looks. And Jasper looks and he's like, well, I'm familiar enough. These are different forms of countering spells. Here. He points to different elements. Kneels down. He's like, if you added, draws in the sand over top of your drawing, adding to it. He's like, if you had things here, this would be dispelling magic. But he swipes away part of it and looks. Looks
So
at magic.
the one symbol that I did get to like completely align, but I didn't know what it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did I draw that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
As you look at it, the symbols are foreign to you, and you have to squint and you recognize different elements, although there's moments where your vision looks at it and it blurs, that strange arcane effect that spells have when written. And whenever Jasper looks at Malik and Malik stares at it, you can see him straighten slightly. He says, this is new. He looks. Talavin, I believe you can cast spells. Yes.
A few.
Try. Through that.
Just anything?
Nods.
I will cast. I don't fucking know. Eldritch Blast. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do Hellish Rebuke. Sure, why not? Guess that's a reaction. Fuck it. Arms at Radar. The only one I have that's not a reaction as a blood hunter.
You take that moment as you focus, you concentrate on the point. As you try and cast within that area, nothing happens.
Okay. That's a little weird. Like it didn't even start to take hold. Like it just. Did I write out all of the sigils that I remember?
You got a 20,
So then.
a big brain.
Jasper looks at you, Nora, and he's like, want to give it a shot? Tell me what you think.
Alright.
If this bitch can fucking cast a spell, I'm gonna be pissed.
I'll do Eldritch Blast. Okay, I'll do it like out towards like the water or something. Like,
Raise your hand as you cast. Blast shoots out from your hand and heads to the water, but as it passes over the sigil, scatters. Not make impact.
So it's dispelling the magic, preventing it from passing through?
Nora's sigil line is very interesting.
Is this a single sigil that I drew, or like I know I drew the one that perfectly aligned, but I also drew some of the ones that didn't go together.
This is the main one. This is the main one.
This is the main one that I got to align.
Yeah.
I mean, what I know is this like similar to like a dispel magic?
You recognize those elements, yes.
Anything else? Because technically, Arcana check. What the fuck's happening? I don't like. It's just dispelling. Like it's just dispelment. But why? Isn't it? Isn't? Don't. Wait a second. Usually, you have to enchant things or cast the spell to do these things. So they've made something they can just toss anywhere and dispel magic.
They can make a whole area.
And no one be able to use magic.
They could probably make a perimeter.
Does that sound right? Intelligence check on myself?
Intelligence check.
Intelligence check on myself.
Fuck.
That's not very good. Let's see what my intelligence is. Not very good, so that's a 14.
Can I not get intelligence?
14? It seems the completed version that Jasper, elements he added, scraped away, and adjusted, have seemingly been able to complete whatever it was that they were looking at, based on the notes that you retrieved.
So theirs wasn't complete then?
Based on those notes.
It wasn't complete. Okay.
Jasper looks back at you, Nora, and he's like, I don't think it lasts very long, though. And he points, and you can see the sand has degraded in the area, slightly obscuring the sigil itself that was scraped into the ground.
Just FYI, I am memorizing what he did and added onto that so I can draw it later so that I can remember to look out for it in the future. The dust that they were creating out of their wings. Do we know what the point of that was? I don't think I've come across anything.
Not sure I understand your question. What are they using it for?
Well, I mean, they were selling it as they would tell people that it would enhance them and protect them. But it's just dust. I don't understand what it could be used for just common folk.
Takes a breath. There are some arcane abilities to sprite wings. Although, in comparison directly to that of pixies, it is paler in comparison. Pixie dust is a very potent form of magic, possessing many qualities all on its own. But sprite wings can be used as some kind of enhancing agent.
But technically, a pixie's wings would be better.
It would be superior. Although you could probably ask your friend about it.
What friend?
Our poison master.
Oh.
I feel like I've asked him about this a few times. He doesn't seem to know. I mean, he understands that they. I'm confused if they're trying to create something magical or unlock something or get something. Why would they go to a less magically innate species when
why would they choose sprites over pixies? If they have the stronger nature connection.
Maybe whoever got a hold of the words didn't know at the time.
Well,
Jasper chimes in, he's like, in theory, pixies are a little bit harder to come by when it comes to numbers. Rarely elect to reside here in the prematerial plane. Sprites tend to stay wherever they can. Sometimes they stay in the prematerial world, sometimes they remain in the Feywild.
and then what about Halfas, the mix? Are there a lot of those?
Not to my knowledge. I've only run across a few in my lifetime.
The few that you have run across, are they stronger than others? There might have been.
They're plenty strong all on their own. I might have lost a duel in my very early youth to one. More powerful, perhaps, in their own way. Depends how you're defining power. If you're going simply by the amount of dust produced, then obviously a pure pixie is going to be far superior. Referring to skill, when it comes to intellect, obviously a sprite is going to be superior. When it comes to working and enhancing different abilities and being diverse, half is the way to go.
Okay, well, that's all of mine. Oh. Nora, you got any questions? Oh, I don't think I have. My change, trying, feeling something more dangerous than they know.
This may be a bit of a stretch, but is there any way that the Feywild Council may have caught on to this? And maybe doing things to try to
Prevent
that from happening.
Jasper kind of gives a brief nod and is like, that's one of the things that I was concerned about, which is why I thought it optimal that you leave. You said that they referred to you as a key, as a weapon. Those were my suspicions in the first place, but hearing this confirms it. What, I don't know, but perhaps they do have some piece of information about what's going on. Perhaps they have some better insight. Like, Malik, I know what you're thinking. We're going to have to go and investigate. Malik's head just glances over. I'm well aware. All in a day's work.
Jasper is adorable.
What'd you say?
I said, I think Jasper is adorable.
I feel like me and him could be best friends. It would never be anything other than that, but I think me and him would get along fabulously.
Does Talavin say that? You only get along fabulously.
No.
Yeah,
No, she does not.
Alright.
I just think we could be like best friends.
Like, you wanna get coffee sometime or something?
Like
Like Starbucks, like.
Starving girl, I'm buying. Let's get that cold brew. Okay.
Okay, I don't have any more questions for now.
Jesper, at this point, does walk over and is like, well, if there are no more questions, then I say we have some training to attend to. Alec begins walking away, holding out his arm to you, pausing just for a moment before heading off around the edge of the lake.
I'm gonna glance
Being
over
a
at
relative.
Talavin. I'm gonna
Thank
kind
you
of
for
like, I'm just gonna like give it a look like, oh, see you when we wake up or something. I don't know.
As you head around the edge of the lake into the woods. You go first.
Go ahead, Kinsey. You're too excited. Just look at that face.
I'm actually really scared, but
yeah, there's like a giant pit in my fucking stomach right now.
Sorry.
I backhand the spider.
I Eldritch Blast the spider.
You use both beams on either side of the spider.
And like,
I'm blinding myself.
Fun. As he leads you into the woods, you hear, so stuffy. Reminds me too much of those council members. If he didn't have a heart, I wouldn't be here.
he does seem rather strict and cautious.
Because he cares. A little too much, if you ask me.
What did he just... You cut out all the way.
I don't repeat that. What is it?
Nora, did you hear it?
I mean, yeah. But
Bro, come on.
She said,
It's like every other
I
word
think
you
he
all
just
cut
wanted
out.
to hear it again. He said because he cares a little too much if you ask me. That's what he said.
Oh.
But you're not there.
Okay, I'm not.
I've seen him at a distance, but never up close. So
Regal, noble as ever, as all Celestials tended to be.
yes.
All the Celestials I've met, man. Just this one.
Rather intimidating if you asked me.
Him? No. He can have his moments, yes. He can be authoritative and very direct. But really, he's trying to maintain the balance, maintain some kind of semblance of order and peace, where sometimes you just need to mix things up.
Nora just smiles at him like,
We'll continue walking through the woods. Did you want to train, or did you have other questions you wanted to ask me? That's our resident guard dog. I'm sure he heard me. I'll get punished for that, I'm sure.
Damn, bro, ask him all the questions he wasn't answering because Malik was being a...
Remember that naughty pigeon.
wow, the birds are really loud tonight. By the way.
I've been meaning to go after that bird. I don't know how it got in here.
There's just one bird. There's one pigeon in this whole realm. Can't get rid of
One
me.
massive pigeon. This massive plumpy pigeon just sits there. Eyes bulging out on either side of its head.
Alright, slightly concerned, just kind of like, just like, looks up. Okay. So what was it that hurt you all so much? It's a bad way to phrase it.
Yeah, you did see that, didn't you? You feel his steps slightly falter. Like, must I always be honest? I don't know what it was. In all my years, I've never seen something do that before. It felt like an ambush. At the time, we were laying low, trying to go from place to place up north. We managed to make it to some kind of underground warehouse, trying to listen in and gather what information we could. That's where we heard the names of the individuals. Yeah. Might have engaged in a scrap. Obviously, we were victorious, and you should see the other guys, but I don't even know what happened in that moment. I cast something, Malik cast something. It was a burst of flame, and suddenly everything was ablaze. Ignited, shooting towards us like I have never seen. There's a force. You can cast a spell and create a force to push someone away, to force them against a wall, to throw them into the air. It's burned it. I don't know what it was. It's north. It's very powerful. And we might have been caught in the midst of it. Everything was fine until that point. And we obviously had to retreat. By that point, we realized how long we'd been away, and I thought we should make contact, reveal what we had relatively found out.
Well, that is appreciated.
You looked worried. Shouldn't be. We're all right. Going to be all right. Always are. Always have been. And we'll figure this out. He gives you this reassuring smile. Something on your mind?
What is it that calls us here? It's not quite related, but what is this place? Is it real? Is it only in the dreams?
It's real. Both here and, well, in any plane of existence, really. This particular scape has been created as an echo. A dreamscape you can walk through. Interact with. Modulate as needed. Created by our dearest celestial friend.
I'm afraid I don't know much about dream walking, although I do it fairly often. When you're not off fighting monsters.
That is a different magic entirely, and one that is best kept to those who understand it, which I do not. All I know is I can interact and be here as needed. Hopefully we'll see you again very soon. Keep your eyes open. Could be this whole business with the 11 Spires is not yet done.
I will stay alert. And you stay alert as well, please.
Certainly will. He fades, and you fade, and you come to consciousness. Talavin, in the meantime.
Why that took so long?
I don't know what to do.
You watch as your cousin and Jasper fade off into the darkness of the forest on the other side of the lake. Here, Malik. Since you're disappointed in me, I ask why.
I just don't understand why we can't help you all more.
There are some things that anyone can do, there are some things that only a few can do, and there are some things that are nearly impossible. It does not make sense to involve someone in a nearly impossible task when there are so many other things they can focus on. Because all of these simpler tasks, all of these essential tasks, help lead up to defeating the impossible task. Does that make sense?
It does. I just might not like it.
Well, I can't help that.
But are you okay? You didn't. Neither of you looked okay.
Single spell gone awry. Still wondering what it was that we encountered. Quite a conundrum.
He said that you all were north when this happened?
Alex stiffens. Yes?
Well, I just hope you don't encounter it again, I guess.
There are no guarantees, and unfortunately, that may be where the path eventually leads.
You totally cut out. All I heard was, yeah, no, I didn't hear any of it. It was just like a.
You see, he said depends.
Okay.
He said depends. It could be that that's where the path actually leads.
Well, if it does, then maybe one day, if it does lead all of us there, we'll all be strong enough to defeat it.
One can only hope.
You were gone a long time. It's nice to be back here.
Certainly agreed. Preferable to the conditions we were subjecting ourselves to. Willingly, of course, but in comparison, this is optimal.
Yeah. Plummeted in the old prime material plane.
Well, there's so many more beautiful places than where we were. It's, well, take this place. He glances about. I've never been here, but it's quite elegant, beautiful, untouched in nearly all of the realms.
Wait. This isn't where you live? What is this place then?
This place is a copy and an echo. Somewhere else. Somewhere that helps tie our world and the prime material plane. That existence between the worlds. It can be adjusted and manipulated as seen fit. This is a case of dream walking.
You're already drooling. Even touch you.
Literally, like, she just, like, pulled up, I petted her head, and there was just, like, goop, 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 under my blanket. I was like, oh, Emma. Oh, Emma.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Or did you wish to train with Bay tonight?
I don't think so. But I'm sure there's plenty of questions to be had once I can think of them.
Very well. To be careful with the group that has elected to pursue you. I have a sneaking suspicion they are far from gone.
Yeah. I worry about that.
He dips his head, turns, and begins heading into the darkness. Pauses at the edge of the forest before heading off.
Inside check. Why did he stop? He doesn't usually stop. Why did he stop?
Inside check.
What is 4 plus 7? What is
11.
14? 14 plus 7.
14 plus 7 is 21.
Yeah, I was the 7 and the 4. That's how I add. And then I just add 10. I'm sorry. I'm 21. I'm sorry. I can't math. I can't. I literally can't.
I can't with you.
Get down there.
The sense that you got was
21.
a disheartenment of questions unasked.
Question. Asked all of them. Oh. Did I have
There were a lot of questions that you could have asked.
That was all the ones that I wrote down, but I don't know what other ones to ask right now.
It was all in the conversation.
Fucking whatever, dude.
Fuck you. I was too mad anyways. God damn it.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
I was about to say nope. Natural 19, thank God. 25. Oh, I was ready.
As you're standing there in that frustration, as you see that pause, that partial sigh as he fades off into the distant shadows, you hear a
I've been waiting for it all night.
You step sideways and leap backwards as a bolt of lightning streaks down from the sky and lands mere feet from where you were before. You feel the electric energy pulsing into your entire body, although you only take 2 points of residual electric damage. You land and see standing there in the smoldering earth before you, or a spirit, Bay. It is about time you acknowledged me.
I would have acknowledged you sooner if I had been able to see you sooner.
Oh, it's not like there are exercises for that now, are there?
I'm sure.
A little meditation, a little self-reflection, a little talk to yourself. Yes, you'd appear as a crazy person, but at least I would be thought of. I wonder how your patron deity thinks. You haven't talked to her in a long time either.
Oh dear.
She sits with her back to you, nose up in the air.
Kinsey,
Yeah.
she's got her back to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How far away is she from me?
about 25 feet.
25 feet? If I dashed towards her to try to give her a hug, I'd get electrocuted into oblivion, but I don't care. We're just gonna like run up behind her and just like grab her on the neck. Just
Make a dexterity check. I'm saving throw just to check.
Natural 20.
Roll 1. In that moment, as her nose is turned up, you wait for her to glance back, and just as she closes her eyes and looks back, you take off running and manage to get your arms just around her before you feel. You automatically fail the dexterity saving throw and take 9 points of electric damage. As you feel it surge through your entire body, you feel your mind just go numb, ears ringing, eyes whited over, just the wind knocked out of you. You take that first breath in. You've missed this.
I did.
As immediately she goes to a roll and her teeth bared right by your neck. She says, "Don't do that! My fur." She leaps off.
Oh, I like tumble away.
She kicks me off.
And I stand back up, just grinning like a fucking idiot, because I know I am and I don't care. Can we practice like last time?
I don't know. Are you capable of practicing on your own?
Don't think I'm capable of creating lightning yet, so yeah, nope.
Oh, you want that. Oh. Very well. I believe the woods are a little bit occupied, and not that I'm shy, but I don't like his eyes on me. Although I am rather illustrious. Come along.
Okay, I follow. I'll glance once back at the woods.
Make a perception check.
Think about saying something. Don't know if I'm going to. Nope, that is not in the natural 20, dude. What the?
Very faint in the darkness, you swear you see faint, silvery blue, flaming eyes of an obsidian wolf.
Just
Lingering
under
in
my
the
breath.
shadows.
Under my breath. Barely. Don't know if he'll hear me or not. I'm glad you've returned. I missed you. And I will follow Bay.
She heads off into the woods, trotting along. You swear there's a little bit more hip to her swish as she walks. She makes it into a new portion, closer to the base of the hills on the mountain ranges nearby. And she presses her lips, her lupine lips, to the tree, being folding and bending and weaving with one another until they make that very familiar looking arena. She steps up into it. Come along.
Okay, I guess I'll swim in my wings first. Like I did last time.
Expect no less. Come along.
Okay.
Here I am waiting all night.
Oh, I missed this. What do I roll? I can't remember. Is it just the 3 times? I just roll 3 times.
You can try the one-shot wonder, or you can roll 3 times.
For the one-shot wonder. Feeling lucky.
One-shot wonder. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, 18 plus wisdom saving throw? 25.
Take that moment as you stand, you You let all of those emotions, all of those insight, all of that wisdom just pour into you. You remember every emotion, every person, all of the sprites, all of the people. And that coalesces into that mantra, those words, those fateful words that you concocted, that you're going to save everyone, that you're going to help everyone, help protect them, and that you're not going to fail. This time you step into it with a slight forward thrusting motion with your shoulders. Very much like the deities of old, lightning rumbles with your step. And like a bolt of lightning, they erupt from your back.
They're so awesome.
Smoky, gray, getting into white. Small lightning bolts adorning these impossibly soft, impossibly large celestial wings at your sides.
That's so cool.
As you exhale, feeling that rush of energy, you swear, you feel off of your breath. And as you flare your wings for the first time as they set into place just along your shoulders, you swear you hear rumbling in the hills and mountains surrounding you.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always feel so bad for doing so well. Nora's just like,
No, okay, don't feel bad. You worked hard to get it. And now I get to work hard for my wings too.
Right now, I get to work hard.
Work. It was fun watching you get electrocuted.
yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. Get a lot of electrocution in.
Yeah, don't you remember all the pain? Don't you remember all the crying and the
No.
grasping?
I don't remember
The
nothing.
electrocution was to go away.
Just as like a fuck it, no, I'll be fine. I have enough hit points. I can take it.
You can take it. You can
I'm gonna
take
give
it,
myself
can you?
5 points of healing hands. Not much, but it'll do.
Okay. I think I'm not probably ready, but I think I'm not ready. I'm ready.
You got this, man. You're a pro.
She gives you this almost sinister smile, almost as she bares her teeth. She says, "Ready for the ride?"
I'll grin back. Absolutely.
Grab along the fur, along her face, and along her neck. As you brace yourself, you get down slightly. You're better at eye level with her. You can see that energy swirling in her eyes. Hang on tight. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Damn, I rolled all the way down. I don't know why I did that.
Why is my Constitution saving throw the lowest one I have? It's so sad. Oh, 15.
Loki.
15.
Loki.
You feel that first bolt of energy zap through you. It grabs hold, seizes your chest. You take 6 points of lightning damage as it seizes your entire body, but you breathe through it as you continue to grasp a hold. Ready for the next.
I nod.
Make another Constitution saving throw.
That's 17.
17. This time you feel it pulsing. You watch her eyes flare wildly as you feel it rack your body. You want to be brought down to one knee. You suffer 4 points of lightning damage. You feel your entire mind is seething. Make another constitution.
Okay, I have to be able to see my dice. 18.
Yeah, plus 3, 18.
As you exhale again, this time you brace for it, and you can feel her pull down with the next bolt of energy, and you go down with her. It knocks the wind out of you. You take 3 points of lightning damage.
My love.
Inhaling sharply as you inhale, you swear you hear crackling in your mouth. Hi, Doki.
My love.
He's like looking for your voices. It's fun.
Doki. It's a good, handsome boy. Make another Constitution saving throw.
Natural 20. Bro, what the fuck? I'm scared.
This time, you can see that energy pulsing, running harder and harder and harder. Just this swirl of color, almost like the Aurora Borealis. This swirl of color in her eyes. In that moment, you see your reflection. You can see along the sides these very faint, almost lightning bolt-esque sparks just off the sides, right by your eyes. Her reflection. As you feel another racking bolt of energy race through you, but you only take 2 points of lightning damage. Make another Constitution saving throw.
15.
15.
Oh no.
This time you breathing, you're feeling your knees getting slightly shaky. Your arms are vibrating with energy, half hanging on out of sheer willpower, the other half hanging on because your body can't think of anything else to do. As another bolt seizes your entire being, you're dealt only 1 point of lightning damage. You're starting to see Bay is fatiguing. That ceases almost immediately as another bolt of energy racks your body. Make another Constitution saving throw.
What is 14 plus 3?
17.
17. I'm sorry. Math!
You see this look in her face of that moment of exhaustion before that grin, that not sinister, playful, excited smile on her face. As that energy racks through your entire body, you feel it seizing your spine. You feel it shoot out your feet, through the heels, through your legs. Every nerve wants to explode. And you hang on for desperation. Exhale. 2 points of lightning damage. Make another Constitution saving throw.
This has lasted a long time. 10 to 20, because I still can't do 7 plus 3 in my head.
17 plus 3, with 70 plus 3 in my head.
No, 2 more points of lightning damage as another bolt, this time, erupts from the ground, seizing up around you like some kind of lightning prison, bars erupting from the ground, latching onto your shoulders, pulling at you, tearing at your very being. Once again, you see that moment in her eyes. Slight fatigue. Get another Constitution saving throw.
There's so
This
many.
is going on for a long time.
Marathon.
No. no.
17. This time you feel your legs shaking. Where are you hit point wise?
22.
You still have 22?
You're starting to feel
I have 22 hit points.
You're starting to feel a little rough. You were dealt 3 points of lightning damage. This time in some kind of angry fury, lightning streaks out from either side, latching around your neck, threatening to suffocate you. You force air into your lungs. You force air through you. As you inhale, exhale, the wrenching of your head, the electricity dissipates. Make another Constitution saving throw.
One of these is gonna fuck my whole shit up, dude.
You just gotta go till you drop.
16!
Oh no, they're getting lower.
You're dealt all 8 points of lightning damage. 8. As you look into her eyes, this unrelenting force, see the faintest trace of a smile. As she bends down. You've never seen her do this before. She leaps in through you. You lose your grip on her as you feel her form pass through yours. Pass through your soul, your heart. You're brought to your knees. You feel your entire body shaking, racked with this energy as you feel this burst from behind. Look down and see sparks, electricity from your fingertips. Look back at your wings as you same lightning arcing off one side, off the other. To flare your wings as they brush the air, touches with the ground, they arc.
They're literally so cool.
You turn around and see Bay standing behind you. Exhausted. You can roll an insight check if you want.
I forgot where my dice.
I saw the setting.
It's 16.
16. I'm proud. If you're keeping track of how many of these you do, it counts as a perfect round. It counts
I've had
as
2. I've only had 2 rounds, and they both.
No, the first one was not tainted, but you had successes and failures.
Okay, so it didn't count.
This
I thought you said it
was a perfect round.
Okay.
It counts as 2.
Oh, so I have 3 now. How many do I need? Fuck!
Was it 10?
If you miss one, you start back at.
You're gonna be at this for a while.
Oh, I'm gonna have to charm my dice.
You take that moment and as you flare your wings, this burst of electric energy surrounds you, surrounds the area, leaps up from the ground to arc with your hands, with your legs, with the tips of your wings. By the time you're able to get through something without falling to the ground.
I'll kind of look at her and be like, I was close though.
Close. I'll get you next time.
I'll be ready.
You'd better be. Be no fun if you weren't.
Do you have the energy to go for a spin?
She looks up. My dear girl, I am energy. She shoots up into the sky as you
chased after her.
As you flap your wings magnificently for the first time. You soar through the air.
Oh,
You swear you see another faint figure cresting over some of the other mountains. But you can't focus on that right now.
Is it Nora? There's not any other flying beings around here.
except for that pigeon.
That's really bad, naughty bitch.
Naughty pigeon.
Naughty bitch.
Cuckoo.
You can't focus on that right now.
No.
From bits of starlight to parts shadow from the moon. You're following behind the form that is Bay. Follow along. She arcs one way, arcs the other. For the next half an hour or so, that's all you do.
Yeah.
Like this.
This is fun.
Until both of you land in your respective places and come to consciousness. You can end on a positive note, if that's what you want.
A lamb is licking your nose to me.
Who?
A lamb. Because
Oh.
there's lambs everywhere.
Oh,
Little lambs, little kisses.
The second that I wake up, I get my sketchbook out and I draw that symbol that Jasper did.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Good to
And
know.
I'm gonna, like, point to the linky link, and then I'm gonna tell Talavin everything that I was supposed to tell her about, like, oh, hey, by the way, it's the Fae Council that's after me, and I forgot to mention it, and then my dream that I had. Remember that my old history tutor? Nasty.
Yeah, you didn't. Technically, you didn't tell me about that either. You just told me that they found you.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna tell you all that, so we don't have, not many secrets left. I don't think. We're becoming more open. We're growing as people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't have more serials left.
exactly. I
I don't think I really have any other secrets. I don't know what I haven't or have not. I don't know.
I don't
don't think-
mention about how she's like falling in love with Jasper, but won't admit it to herself because she hasn't admitted it to herself either.
Yeah, we just skip over that.
Yeah, Mackenzie knows. Nora doesn't know. I can separate. But yeah. I guess since we're just... Oh yeah, so I tell you all that, and then I guess I'll start enchanting again, because we're just mainly waiting.
Yeah.
All right. Begin the day enchanting. About a couple hours after you all get up, both Talal and Jin both make an appearance. They good morning, but for the most part, if they're not really making small talk, they're just enjoying the early morning sunrises.
That's nice.
I guess, yeah. Technically, I guess Nora would know about that because she was overhearing our conversation by the fire. Oh, also, I'd never told Nora about Talel finishing the ring. I will tell her that. I forgot.
On the link. Oh, thank you for telling me that, dear friend. Cousin?
Yes, you're welcome, my friend.
And then I'll just go about making
tea. And I'll make some breakfast.
And I'll slip in some more of that whatever that nut was, that seed.
Columbine.
Yeah, into just Hillel engines.
Crush a little bit. Sprinkle it in. Make a dexterity check.
Dexterity chalk.
Back, not the saving throw.
18.
18. All right. You feel confident that you have distributed it equally among the two thimbles that you give them.
Okay. And I don't know. I guess that's kind of all.
I'm just gonna do some like throw some daggers, little just like some weapons training, keeping myself,
I guess.
Keeping yourself occupied, keeping yourself active. Simple enough. You're able to fill your morning with various routines and exercises.
I meant to ask you, so we've had those puppies 30 days, but I can't remember how old they were when we got them.
They were only like a week old.
Okay, so they're like
about 5.
They're like 5 weeks old. Okay, I couldn't remember how old they were.
Yeah, like 4.5 or so weeks old. And they are toddling around and munching and crunching everything in their path.
I'll play with them for a little while too.
They're getting faster.
Like, tug of war and some just I don't know, just some random stuff.
Yes, they're getting bigger and they're getting faster. For puppies, that is.
Yes, I'll run around with them too, just like that.
Make a perception check, as it is right around 1 o'clock.
Oof. 12.
12. Pretty good. Glancing about the different roads, you see that there are a couple of city children, a couple of town children who are peering out the southern gate, fascinated at the strange newcomers and their pets.
Oh dear. We'll just keep my eye on them, I guess. How many are there? How many kids are there?
7.
Oh dear God. 7 children?
7 children.
Under the age of what?
I'd say around the age of 10.
Oh dear. I feel like that's a few too many people. So many hands. Are they just looking at the puppies? I guess.
Seems like it.
Yeah, I feel like I have puppies. And warrior special too. What
was that?
I'll pick up my puppy and I'll wave them closer.
See, all of a sudden it's a shoving competition to see who's going to go talk to the strange people first.
Oh dear.
Eventually,
my puppy.
Eventually, a young girl with this kind of bobbed haircut steps forward boldly and marches as big as she can over to you. She's probably about 8.
Oh.
I'll just be scratching him on his head a little bit and rubbing his belly, and then I'll just indicate for her to do the same.
She looks, and some of the others are like, "Don't do it! Don't do it!" And they're like, yeah, touch the puppy. She looks and is he gonna bite me?
Only if you bite him first.
I need a good scar, though.
I'm afraid puppies won't leave a good enough scar for that.
Scratch. Scratches on his side. What if it's just one fang? A nice hard fang bite.
I mean, you can always just stick your hand in a wolf's mouth. You never know what'll happen.
He's a wolf?
He's a dire wolf.
Told ya! And just shouts over her shoulder, and they're like, what? Told ya! And she takes off running back to the group. And she's like, I got that dire wolf. And they're like, no, you didn't. Just all of a sudden, there's just commotion left and right.
That's really cute. That's what our kids do too.
That's kind of adorable.
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 Oh well. If it's 1 o'clock, am I done enchanting? Yep.
About 2 o'clock or so, yeah, you're done enchanting.
Okay. Just for funsies, since we have a second. Talavin, you want to practice some sword fighting? Are we just for funsies? Non-lethal?
Non-lethal? If you said so.
Oh no.
No magic.
Okay.
Just sword fighting.
Okay.
But if your little spirit guardians come out, they can't fuck me up.
I don't think you could hit me hard enough for them to
Oh, I
take effect.
certainly could try.
But no, I literally don't think I don't think I can get that enough points. 4, 8, 9, no. I think the most I can do is like 11.
You'd have to basically decapitate me for that to happen.
Actually, let me look. What's my other sword? My other one.
Being very receptive, by the way.
What?
We're being very perceptive. So that way there's
Yeah.
no one coming up just wait, where's Eldred?
What's kiddo doing?
Currently just sitting quietly watching the shepherds.
Oh, he's contemplating.
I gave him the option, technically.
Okay, so question real fast.
Hold on. Let me see if I wrote it down. I feel like I
I
did,
wanted to
but
do this for a while now.
I did not.
Okay, so my fire longsword, it says 1d8 plus 1d6 or 1d10. So I assume the 1d10 is but I can't remember what that was.
Say that again. 1d6, 1d8.
It's 1d8 plus 1d6, but then it has a slash and says 1d10.
If you use your longsword with both hands, it's a 1d10 because you've got more power behind your swing.
Okay.
If you are just using it as a one-handed weapon, then it is a 1d8.
Okay.
We're not trying to kill each other. We're just trying to spar a little bit.
I
Just
know. Okay, calm down.
I'm gonna keep my scimitars, but I'm gonna pull out my fire longsword out of my bag. Out of my bag of holding. Because I haven't used this yet, and I spent a lot of fucking money on it.
Damn thing.
And I could have enchanted it for you, huh?
Ah, very funny. Okay, yeah. That's okay. Yeah, and I will get into my
And it's just for funsies. Okay, so question. Would we have studied the same type of sword fighting? Like,
Yes
some
and
of us draw,
no.
like, forms and stuff? I'm just curious.
You would have studied some of the same forms, but even from brother to brother, your father had different techniques, or each of your fathers had different techniques.
Okay. Just curious.
Roll
And
those first.
being from Underdark versus being from the Feywild, there are other skills that are different slightly.
No magic.
No magic.
All right. Who's going first?
We'll go for just a minute.
Roll initiative.
Oof. That's terrible.
22.
12.
Damn.
Nora beats you to the punch as she brushes forward with her sword and makes her first strike.
God damn it, your armor class is like fucking 18, isn't it?
17.
Nora, roll to hit.
Oh, roll to hit. Yes. Yes. I'm using my longsword, by the way. That's what would that be? 24.
I maybe, yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Using the blunt part of your blade, you actually take it and knock it against her chest, dealing her how many metaphorical damage?
Metaphorical damage? 12. I rolled an 8 plus 4.
Oh, fuck me.
Talavin, it's your turn. What do you do?
I take a swipe at her.
You swipe better.
+6. Oh, God. 16. Fuck me.
Her armor, as you makes this horrible screech as it hits the different rivets on this particular set of armor. Not enough to penetrate. Nora.
Yeah, no, I don't have a bonus action. I can't do anything.
Gonna retaliate. 15.
Oh, hit.
Go ahead and roll metaphorical damage.
7.
Once again, she whips around as you careen down the side. She this time spins around monk-like and takes the flat of her blade and pops you directly in the back.
17!
You got me.
And you whip around. Are you using one hit or two?
2. I'm using 2 because, yeah, I know that'll deal more damage, no offense.
You whip around and pressing your forearm against the flat of the blade, whack! Across her chest.
14!
Yeah.
I needed 15, didn't I? Damn it. I wanted to be the only person to get you for 15 points of damage.
I don't think I could have got that. Oh, no, it's 8, so yeah, I could have.
Yeah.
23.
Mackenzie, if you get 15 or
I know,
more,
I'm just saying the numbers. That's not.
This time, as she pops you, she brings her forearm and just clashes down onto your chest. You take that moment and throw her arms up and give her a quick jab underneath of Talavin's arms with the pommel of your blade. You feel it just under your arm. Your arm's going to be sore. It's not lethal, though.
Oh, that's 16, so that does hit. That's 12 again.
Shit.
This time, as this critical hit comes and smacks you right in the neck, you've returned the favor and whack, whack. Both of you feel this whelp just developing right at the base of your neck.
That's a tainted 20. That is 1 point of damage.
Okay.
This time, in an attempt to knock her off her balance, Talavin, you go low and try and knock out her legs, try and knock out her knees. You're able to thrust your blade, flat of the blade, mind you, non-lethal, against her. Whack! Nora, you feel that this place just burn and beginning to rise up. There's going to be a whelp where she pressed and whacked you. To a roll.
I don't hit her. I got a 9.
Well, fucking finally, jeez.
Now that she's low, finally realize this is where you have the advantage. As she swings, you're able to tumble Talavin out of the way. Now that you're low, you have her there in your sights. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to with the flat of my blade as I'm already down. I'm gonna try to sweep her feet out from underneath of her. With the
All right, this won't create damage. This is a contested dexterity saving throw versus a strength check.
So my dex?
Oh, my strength.
Yeah.
Crash those.
That is 18.
Oh, yeah, I got a 8 for dexterity.
A dexterity saving throw?
Yeah. 8.
Yikes. Talavin, now that you're low, you take the blade and sweep it, smacking the back of her ankle. It triggers that reaction as she falls back and hits the ground hard.
And then I'll stand back up.
Right, you use half your movement, stand back up.
Alright, so I'm.
And then I'll just, well, I'll let her go. See what she can do.
All right, Nora.
Can I use my movement to stand back up? Or to, like.
Yeah, you use half your movement to get back up.
Gotcha. I'm gonna do it backwards. Do, like, a backwards, like, spring thing. That's kind of cool to do.
And you do. And make an acrobatics check just for flair.
21.
It looks elegant as you manage to roll onto your back and stand right back up onto your feet.
And then I'm going to just kind of like whack her again.
All right, go thwack her again.
Ooh, that's it hits. 24.
Yes, it hits.
5 damage.
I will hit her again.
Nice.
It's a plus.
Oh, that's an 11, so 17.
Oh, that hits.
Just barely hit.
Barely, bro. Barely.
Watching her rise to her feet, charge her once again, and whack! Try and hit the direct part of her sternum. It knocks the wind directly from her.
9 points of damage.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Or both of you. No, go answer that.
Oh, I'm low as fuck. She's not. I know she's not. She's not as low as I am.
Okay, so I don't hit you this time. I'm at, I'm past half.
No, you have to go.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm at 14.
Okay.
Math. 24 minus 9 is where I'm at.
15.
Yeah, 15. So we're actually pretty close. But yeah, I don't hit you this time. I got a 13. 12. I got a 12.
I will hit again.
Try it again.
18.
Yep, that hits.
It hits.
That +6 really is helpful. Like, attack bonus. Otherwise, I'd be fucked.
Yeah.
That is 6 more points.
Okay. What's my total? 30, 39. Okay. Man, I just can't hit a lick. Man, okay. I don't hit you. I miss.
Oh, that's a no. That's a 10.
We're both getting tired. 18.
With both.
9 points of damage.
This time her blade comes down and smacks against your shoulder. You feel it. You feel it make that impact.
That's cocked. That was actually really good, though, so that sucks. Plus 14. 20. Not a 20, but close enough.
Yeah.
Feels like a 20. And 9 more points of damage.
Oh,
I
goodness.
like D10s. I like D10s. Can I roll D10s for my scimitars?
That's
For your scimitar?
That's game.
Yeah.
You win.
I want to roll a D10 instead of a D4.
Your scimitars are essentially long knives.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm just saying. I want.
I'm at no health. No metaphorical health, that is.
Nora, it's your turn.
No, I'm down.
Oh, -4. -4.
No, like she wins.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're at -4 health. You
I'm at
are
0.
unconscious.
Yes, technically. Am I actually unconscious?
Wouldn't do that to you.
Fall back on the ground.
Okay. I just laugh. I'm just like, okay. You win, you win.
I almost didn't, though.
How close were you?
I was at 4 points.
Man, it was just those ones. I missed like 3 times in a row. I just feel like I reach out my hand to be like, help me up.
I'll help her up.
Alright. I'm like, good job. It's been a while.
That was fun. Okay,
I
now
see
I'm
a
gonna.
release.
Yep. I'll go like lay in the sun now and some flowers. like, oh, everything fucking hurts.
Every whelp. You feel every sting of the blade.
Perception check. Are the kids still there? I just thought of the kids.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you don't even need to roll perception. They're cheering. Some of them are applauding. You see one of them actually give someone else a copper piece.
Aha! They were betting.
Do I see that too? I'm like, yeah, you bet on the right one.
I kind of like punch you a little bit. I'm like, eh. And then go back to my enchanting.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
That was
That was
nice.
nice. We just had a nice cousin moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Cousin.
By the time you finish this fight and the other enchanting, it's getting late into the evening, around 8 or so o'clock.
Oof.
Maybe we should have reached out.
Oh God. I will. Oh, now I don't know if because I was gonna reach out yesterday. I didn't. I was gonna reach out this morning and I didn't. But now I feel like there's something wrong and we reach out, we're gonna get them in trouble.
Nonsense. Let's reach out. I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll pull out the amulet and I'll be like,
How close are you all? Are you close?
No response.
we're fucked. We got him fucked.
No response at all? None at all?
Make a perception check.
18 plus 7 is 25.
19 plus 5 is 24.
Okay, good to know. You all are starting to get a little bit anxious. It's later in the evening. You've already, Talavin, made dinner. You hear...
Tears.
Are you kidding?
Why does she do this?
You see someone riding around the corner in the south.
There's only one.
Riding up. And they ride past into the city.
I want to know what he looked like. I'm staring him down. Don't care.
Hood is up. Looks female, a little bit older individual. She's just riding in. With her hood up, it's kind of hard to
How
see.
does her horse look?
Horse. You mean, does it look tired or does it look?
Like how sweaty is he?
Yeah, he's kind of sweaty.
Kind of sweaty. I mean, that means he probably hadn't been traveling that hard or that far.
I take out my map. What's the closest city to us that she'd be riding that far from?
5 days away.
Well, then there's okay.
I'm gonna do the find the person.
Oh shit! On the amulet?
Yeah.
Okay.
One person is a person.
On the amulet, it locates the other one.
Yeah.
Are you doing locate object, or are you
Amulet.
doing
The amulet, whatever the amulet does, which is find the other amulet.
Oh, you're not casting a spell.
No. I take the amulet and I find the other amulet.
You take that moment and you concentrate, focus on the energy possessed within this enchanted item. And it's a slight bubbling motion for the ruby before points south. Well, not directly south, but down the road.
Down the road.
I'm gonna go saddle up warrior, and I'm gonna take the amulet. I'm gonna go fly around. I'm gonna see if they're within. About what time is it?
You said
About like 8:30.
All right, I'm gonna go fly around. You need to be on watch. Don't whoever that was. I don't like that. But I'm gonna go fly around.
You saddle him up, make him a perception check.
Me
this
too.
motherfucker got fucked up with these damn perception checks. So 24.
22.
As you're getting warrior ready, that moment when Zoom and Talel went hunting, and you all were preoccupied at the time, and they had just gone off, that sense of panic seizes you. And then it doesn't. As you glance down the road and see two horses riding.
I will say no comment to that comment.
Thinking about with those perception checks, you do see two horses. One of them, actually, no, both of them are actually pulling a cart.
I will untack warrior begrudgingly.
You watch slow motion. Dun 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 dun. as it approaching. Currently, with that perception check, you notice that there are no drivers in the front. As it gets closer and closer, you hear, "Why didn't you tack it down?" I did tack it down. Like, you're supposed to be driving. You can't hold these on your own.
I'm just gonna go up. Are they like walking? Are they close enough to us yet?
The horses are Buttercup and Niern are both just pulling the cart through.
I'll just like start walking into the road and just kind of wave the horses down to stop.
Both of them do come to a stop, and you hear, "Whoa, whoa!" As they look out, like, look out. And you can just see both very familiar faces, very familiar heads peer out from inside of this covered wagon.
Y'all having a busy time back there?
You hear Wyatt, "Someone forgot to tack everything down properly in his haste. I don't want to hear it." Jacob, who is currently in partial plank position, keeping the base steady on one side and using his torso to keep the other part in this kind of A-frame position. He's like, I don't know if anybody's on the road. Can you either lead us over to the side or help us? I've been holding this for a little bit too long.
I'll go over and help.
You climb inside, and you actually have to kind of duck underneath of Wyatt, who is in the process of keeping everything from toppling off of another shelf. These massive wine barrels.
Okay, I'll
As he's holding Some of them back. You can see his arms are shaking slightly. You're not exactly sure how long they've actually been maintaining this.
Yikes.
But evidently it's been a while, as both of them look tired. Jake, you take some of the barrels. Jake, as he steps down and grabs a hold, and he's like, all right. Great. Do you have any rope, any extra tether, anything?
Yeah, I got some rope. Here you go.
I'm going to go help.
You're currently holding the barrels.
Oh, I'm holding the barrels? Okay, I'm holding the barrels.
You have to be holding some of the barrels. Make a strength check real quick, actually.
A strength check?
Check.
Oh, they're the same, it doesn't matter.
15.
15. The barrel begins tilting. You hear the still beginning to bend under the weight. As you glance about left and right, you throw yourself out in front and throw your shoulder into it. It's managing to keep up without some kind of reinforcement or relief. It's going down.
But Nora's going to poo.
Nora, at this point, you manage to make it around with this long rope. And Jacob is like, here, reaches for it, begins fishing it around the bottom barrel. He's like, just make your way through. Tie it to the front. With each step, you hear creak, 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 creak on the inside of this covered wagon. It's probably at a discount, which is probably explains all of the creaking. You manage to get the bottom barrel, which is firmly secured underneath. Wraps the rope up over top of the entire loft. You tie it on. Make a strength check.
Oh, 16.
16. With a quick couple of knots. 1, 2. Retying it. You let go, keep it taut, and lower some of the barrels into it. As you take up another piece of rope and tie it around the one that Talavin is currently holding, and begin fishing that through. Make another strength check, this time with advantage, as Jacob is now helping you. As he slips underneath of what, and you slip kind of just over top of him.
19.
19. With another quick on the frame. 1, 2. Pull it, let it go taut. Ease it into it. You hear... It stops. Talavin, you step away. Everything seems to be maintaining. You look inside and you just see 24 wine barrels that are just stacked on the inside.
I just kind of look over a wine and I'm just like, oh dear.
Could have gone a lot worse.
Yeah.
Right. Oh. Glad to see you.
Nice to see you.
Wyatt hops down, hops in front of the cart, glances left, glances right. Like, you think we can move these now? Get ourselves off the road? Where are we staying?
Well, we've been staying over there, and I point towards like the little clearing patch of flowers.
Wyatt, at this point, just kind of has the reins in one hand, just leans into this look of partial disbelief. Like, let me get this straight. You come to a town. You want to camp outside. Get that. Feel that. There's some places I'd rather not be in, too. Have evidently assassins through you. And you elect to sleep out in the open. You could be behind a door or multiple doors with a lock and a key.
I mean, technically the last city we were in, they got to us, and we were staying in a tavern.
Well,
I won't tell
technically,
them
we
that.
got to them.
No. What were you saying, Nora?
I wasn't saying anything.
Deception check.
17. I wasn't saying
17.
anything.
Looks like you're really bad at lying.
Nope.
You weren't detected in the tavern, were you? That's what I thought.
No, we tried to be good people and spare their lives. And then the matches happened.
Their lives were spared.
They just had a
Great. Well, I don't know about you, but we've been on the road for a while. It's time to get a room. Not with you. And here, it's really not that bad. Hey, no, it's that bad. It was the one time. We're not talking about this.
Oh, definitely you should talk about this.
Inside.
Huh?
Hey, make an inside check.
Ooh. 17.
18.
And then 18. A lot of the rooms they've stayed in have had like twin singles.
You know, you can ask for more than one bed.
He tried that. And then
just not that persuasive.
Lesser.
We always get 2 beds. We get 3 sometimes.
See how easy it is? You see how easy it is? At any rate. Well, why were you staying outside again?
I don't know. She had a bad feeling, so we stayed outside.
We just go with our gut feelings anymore.
Nora?
I think the old fisherman stared at us too long.
We did kind of get stuck in the last tavern that we were in. So we thought having multiple
escape routes
was in the open. It's quite
So you
nice.
scout the place before you go in.
Technically, she did scout the place.
You have never been on
She
the
had an
road.
escape route. Technically.
Great. Well, I'm gonna go scout out a place. So he hops down. Feel free to let me show you how it's done. He guides the horses into just inside of the city limits and pulls it over on the left-hand side.
Are we gonna go in?
No.
Damn, okay.
Where are these?
Quiet look. What are you doing?
Nothing.
She don't want to leave.
We take everyone into consideration here. You guys are more than welcome to get a room. It's fine.
Oh. Well, that's cruel. Cruel. Pulls up his hood and takes off into the city.
Was his hair like that?
It was.
I mean, Nora doesn't notice. She's like, oh, look, he's appreciating the gifts that I gave him. But Mackenzie says, he's pretty. I can admire. I think you should have full persuasion. But that's just me.
Against you?
I'm gonna stay outside.
Well, then, let me try to persuade you.
What?
I want to sleep in bed. Pretty please.
At the roll.
Okay. What's my persuasion? That was pretty good.
What do I roll?
For persuasion, general charisma check.
Tainted 20.
I guess I'm sleeping on the floor. It's fine.
It's fine.
About 30 or so minutes go by, and eventually Wyatt does come back. Jacob, the entire time, has been making sure that the cart isn't going to fall over, and it's actually, it does tilt slightly more to one side than the other, and he helps guide it and prop it against one of the nearby city walls.
Oh dear.
Fall, it's only going to go so far.
I'm just gonna go over and be like, where did you buy that?
It,
dangerous.
well, it should maybe look familiar.
You got it from Nicholas?
I mean, he was selling it. It had, some integrity issues, some structural integrity issues, yeah, but overall, I mean, look, it's covered. It leans only when we overweigh the one side. It's really something.
Yeah, until you get smushed with it.
Or, you know what, you start small and get bigger from there. And, as you can see, our barrels are bigger.
I mean, their barrels aren't crates anymore, so I mean, I guess it's a... Yeah.
This is Jacob or Wyatt?
Jacob.
Okay, gotcha.
I went off scouting.
Gotcha. Okay. So can I do what is it? Would it be investigation to see if mending would help the cart at all? We mended it in the
That would be an Arcana check.
Arcana. Okay.
Checking the perimeter of the spell.
18.
I've forgotten all magic whatsoever. I don't know magic. About one.
Do you have mending, Talavin?
Yep.
Alright, based on the parameters of the spell, you suspect that it would probably work on this particular structure.
I'll start mending things.
One look tells you the whole thing probably needs to be mended.
Okay, I'll just start inch by inch.
Handprint after handprint after handprint, you go through and begin smoothing out some of the warped beams, repairing some of the tears in the canvas tarp that goes over top of this particular wagon. You go over to the wheel well, fish your hand inside, touch, begins fixing, mending. You have to cast it several times. Each time seems to get stronger, more reinforced. Your hand goes around the tire. Not completely, not engulfing it, as you're not exactly sure what could be lurking on those hands of yours. But just enough so that the wheel itself is reinforced and is now thicker. It'll be heavier, but it will last longer, much longer.
Cool.
I say to Talavin as we're doing this, I'm like, didn't we do this the first time we used this cart?
Yes, we definitely.
I think we also used prestidigitation because it was
Filthy.
It was turned upside down in the mud.
I'm pretty sure it had somebody's scalp on it.
Yes.
There is a piece of scalp.
Yeah. I can still feel it through my fingers.
Nice and slimy. After a while, Wyatt does come back, arms folded. He slinks out from seemingly nowhere in the shadows. Nora, you're the only one who's able to pick up the very faint bits of movement as he passes from shadow to shadow. He comes back, arms folded. It's like, I managed to find a couple of places if you all are interested in.
You don't have to convince me. You gotta convince
And I point at Nora.
Looks, Nora, what's holding you back?
Well, Talavin wasn't there when we had to escape narrowly. And there were people everywhere and we had to sneak past them. Narrowly escaping each time. It's having like flashbacks like, it was trapped.
Make a general charisma check.
A check. Okay. Nat 20. Plus the check, which is 24.
Wow. As you're telling him about this, going through step by step of all of the things that ended up going wrong, you just see him. Okay. More nights under the stars and nothing can worse. Jacob looks over, like, who are you, Eva? There's a slow sideways glance, the slow side eye to Jacob. It's like, you would know, wouldn't you? Jacob's like, hey, that's not fair. I already used that one on you.
Ooh. I know you are, but what am I?
He just rubs his temple. It's like, I'm gonna go take care of the part. Make sure the horses are taken care of, not just set them out. Jacob, you need to handle your horse. He just gives him this look like, why don't I just take care of the horses? Like, ooh, there's a thought. He just rolls his eyes and clips him on the shoulder as Jacob goes and begins taking care of the horses.
I miss them.
Quiet. At the other side, looks.
I forgot how fun they are.
Looks at you guys and says, I never thought I'd be the person to say this, but it actually is pretty decent to see you guys. Alive and well. Very
My
least.
heart be still.
See that?
No.
What just happened?
I didn't say that.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I didn't say that. I felt the second bad I was like, did you say? I was like, no.
No.
It had been a bad idea.
I'm just gonna smile at him slightly, just like a smirky smile.
Can see a faint one return.
That's Mackenzie. Nora's just like, hey, buddy. Nice friend.
How you doing, buddy?
How you doing? Hey,
I'll go over. There's still some tea left. I'll go get a cup and I'll offer it to him.
There is some tea. Only enough for one cup, though.
Oh, okay. I mean, shit. Jacob's not here. He won't know. He won't know what. He don't know what. It won't hurt him.
Wyatt takes it and smells. Like, that's nice. Thanks. He takes some sips of it. Like and the barrels overall should be all right. We'll lock everything up. Grab our stuff, and he goes back inside, fishes up his various belongings, and grabs Jacob's, and begins hauling them out just outside of the gate where you guys are.
Okay.
we're going camping together.
I don't care for sleeping in the grass. I'd rather sleep on the concrete. That's just me.
Did you just say you'd rather sleep on concrete than grass?
Interesting. I don't think I have anything that could make him more comfortable, really.
Are you?
I have the sleep spell, but that only lasts a minute. I can give you 1 minute of rest. Don't say that. Alright.
Oh, that would be nice.
Well, you all have been traveling all day.
We've been traveling a long time for a while. He kind of lifts his coin purse. He's like, I'm richer.
And from what I heard, mostly off your buddy.
Yeah. That's what he gets for opening his big mouth.
It's hilarious.
You can see now he's actually smiling. Not full teeth smile, but the corners of his mouth before, which hardly turned up, are pulling into a nicer smile. Almost a boyish smile in a way, on a much older, more handsome man.
Tears
And
flying
then
outside.
Jake comes back. As he looks, he's like, "Oh, you got my stuff, thanks." And he play ruffles Wyatt's hair, to which he immediately smacks him around, grabs his wrist, and twists it backwards. And you hear "Aye!" as Jacob falls onto the bedroll that Wyatt had actually already laid out. I don't need to hear it, especially not from you. As Jacob sits up, so what exactly have you all been up to, sleeping out here? I mean, I heard what he said, but I mean, really, is this the safest place for you guys to be right now?
Well, there's really no safe place. Have you seen our wanted poster? I have the wanted poster. I'm gonna pull it out and show him, but making sure no one in the town sees it because it's nighttime.
He takes it, shows it to Wyatt, who just with a quick glance, he looks over. Nothing like you guys.
You're not gonna turn us in, are you?
A lot of
Get the
money.
reward.
Jacob seeing the price at the bottom, his eyes get big, and he's like, "Hey, want to go for a visit? You know, south." I'm teasing. Don't throttle me in my sleep. I've already had that happen once.
Sounds unpleasant.
It's very unpleasant. But yeah. What else have you been doing?
Mostly fucking shit up and then running away from our problems.
Mostly running from assassins.
Okay, nice life story.
Yeah, let me think. We left you guys. We went to Carnum. We fake trained a bunch of sprites, released them. They burned the house down. We killed a bunch of people. We left.
I'm sorry, you fake trained? How do you fake train?
Well, I mean, we just convinced them to help us help themselves in a way.
We gained their trust to make a plan. It was easier since we speak Sylvan, and we have sprites to help
That's
convince.
beautiful.
But that was a lot of close calls. It worked.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
You're not wrong. I guess.
What did we do after that? We ran away from there. Oh, we spent a couple nights in a super dope fake mansion. Highly recommend 100%.
A what? A fake mansion?
Yeah, one of
Wyatt
the.
looks over and it's like, what do you mean a fake mansion?
It's like it's a spell, and basically the caster can like create like a home.
But it only lasts a day.
Huh.
Like a
It was
tradition.
super nice. What did we do after that? Oh,
We had to return Paul.
yeah.
This kind of ruined
To
his life.
his parents. They had to move away.
I see.
And then I guess that was in Bracklewhite. I almost fought in a fighting pit, but just didn't get the chance. So sad. But I mean, we didn't really do anything there, did we?
Oh, those assassins got us in the alleyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then we turned them to stone. And
With the same aim that as before.
yeah.
We unturned them to stone and they ratted us out.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I turned you to Wyatt chips in like, yeah, turn me to stone, and then I'll be your best friend. Yeah, that sounds like.
I mean, they were already trying to kill us, so there really wasn't a high chance of that.
Mm-hmm. We came across.
You went with it anyway.
Huh?
You went with it anyway.
Went with it.
Oh, wait, I went with the plan to turn him to. I just kind of give like a no nod, and I just kind of throw my hands up. I'm like,
It was her idea.
My idea. Oh,
Yeah, you think you're fucking slick. You think you're fucking slick. Yeah.
We came
who's the
across.
one with the?
What'd you say?
I said, who's the one with the stone amulet? Me or you?
Hey, you're the one who said it.
Well, no. I didn't. You did.
You said it.
No.
Well, granted, you wanted to straight up murder them.
Better than getting murdered in my sleep.
Jacob looks a little surprised at this. You were what?
I was what?
For it?
For a while.
Survival.
Then, just turned them to stone, and then
We agreed on giving them a little sickness potion instead.
Undoubtedly brewed by your Fae sprite friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hello.
Right, Talal. Is he doing okay? Are they doing okay?
yeah, no, they're fine. They're just
yeah, they're fine. They're just hanging out, I guess, somewhere. Where are they?
they just hanging out in the satchel, like hanging out
You
on the
don't
fire.
see him.
Spice is the only one right at the moment who's making an appearance.
Spice.
Yes, Spices.
They ever
Talal.
meet Spice?
So Spice
Technically,
is listening in?
She was there. She was there when we were in the last town. I don't know if they met her, but I know she was around.
Well, we figured out also that they were experimenting on the sprites. And they're wearing them too, which is not great.
Hearing this, Wyatt pulls his hood up, folds his arms. Jacob just looks surprised. He's like, "Oh wow, you can definitely see why that town was giving you bad vibes."
Oh, so you passed through Cardinal?
We did. Had to get there in order to get to the next town over to get to here.
Did you see the damage we left behind?
No, didn't have the pleasure of that.
I see.
There was
Insight
nothing.
check. Why is Wyatt putting this up?
Because it's uncomfortable.
At the thought of
It's
Pyramids?
Well, oh god. Ooh.
That's insight check.
Insight checking.
Natural 20. Plus insight.
What is that total?
25.
The comment of wearing them as jewelry
Property.
was where he put his head up.
Okay. Gotcha.
Being seen as property. Somebody did a number on this kid.
Thank you, dear 20. Alrighty, that's fine. I mean, I'll just keep telling them, like, oh yeah, we just, like, we're still noticing this, but not, like, stopping, not making it a thing. Yeah. So, second about...
They're wearing them, and then we basically just got an in with her, the main lady, and we just pretended to train them. And we got a few of them to work with us, and she had a party, and we played along, and Nora got them all out, really.
Well, that is definitely a very, very interesting story. Almost wouldn't believe it if it weren't you two.
Well,
Interesting things happening every day.
Every day?
Well, I mean, shit. We were just on the road and we got attacked by the same group of assassins twice. That was pretty dope.
I'm gonna kind of nudge Talavin to not say that too loud.
Yeah, like I say, kind of quiet. I don't know where the kid is, but
yeah, he's nearby. The Zoom is actually in the process of like just interacting with him.
Okay.
But for the most part, he joins the main part of the conversation.
Okay.
I don't like say anything other than that.
On the
explains the kid. I'm gonna say have a different selection this time.
Just collecting them as we go.
Yeah, definitely know how that feels. We have a few new business partners.
Oh. Who?
A couple of wealthier people from down south decided to invest in our wine. Apparently, our friendly neighborhood Nessie has been spreading the good news about our various wines. It's been gaining attraction in some circles. And we had a few private orders, a few private barrels sent, and that's how we were able to put an investment on the cart. There were other things we needed to buy, but this is kind of the leftover luxury item.
And then what about your two friends?
Expecting.
Shocking.
I expected that.
Oh.
expected that.
They went and saw one of the priestess of Melora, so everything has been sanctioned and certified, and everything on their end, but everything that might have happened before, they might be spending some time thinking about their decisions.
Yeah, they weren't spending much time thinking beforehand, so.
Oh, no.
They will be now.
No.
As Talavin in a different dimension is just like,
my decision making is terrible.
Yeah, this is another scenario. Check it out.
I go check out what happens there.
I don't know.
Shit was fucked.
Yeah.
Literally.
Literally.
Huh?
Yeah. More or less, I think. There are a few smaller things. Like, oh, I'm gonna take out one of the coins. The assassin coins, because you said you attached them to Warrior's Bright Bridle, you said? So I'm gonna take one of them. Is that a good idea? Bad idea. I'm just gonna show him. Gonna be like, this is the.
Jacob takes it right before Wyatt tries to grab it. Gabe takes a look, hands it over to him, takes it, and begins looking. Yeah, legit.
I will put it
Gives
back.
it back to you.
So, we're weary. As we said.
You should be.
Yes, well, you know. About as weary as we were before, though, really. Keeps increasing.
Jacob, at this point, oh, where are my manners? And goes over to one of the barrels. It's a smaller barrel, and brings it out and sets it in front, turns it. He's been working on something. Finally managed to finish. Wyatt just kind of shrinks further into his hood. He's like, he thinks it's decent, but it could still use something. It's like, nonsense, take off that hood. He pulls the back and just kind of yanks it off the back of his head. Wyatt just gives him this stink eye.
They're really adorable.
As Jacob pulls out the cork, begins pouring in different flasks that he has. He's like, I think you're really gonna like this one. As he pours it.
I will take some.
I
Definitely.
will take a little bit, because Nora has a history of having bad constitution saves the next day.
Yeah.
I have a low alcohol tolerance.
Oh, baby.
He holds up his glass, or flask, rather. He says, to reuniting with old friends.
2 old friends.
Wyatt stares at his cup. We're not that old. Clinks it with everyone else.
Is it awesome?
Takes a drink. It is amazing. It is a white chocolate truffle flavored with a very, very small hint of raspberry at the very end.
Yes.
I praise Wyatt.
I'll take the first sip, and then just kind of like, and then I'll just drink the rest.
It's delicious.
He looked and he's like, careful, it's
Delicious.
potent. It's potent. I haven't found a way to fix that.
I'll be fine.
But it is delicious.
And it is, all the way down to the bottom of the small barrel.
Oof.
Or at least halfway. Only about half.
Yeah, because
This-
we're in I'm not gonna drink a lot. Just saying. Can't have that disadvantage the next day. But I guess after that, we just go to sleep and we each take
Uh-huh.
After
I'll take-
many conversations, Zoom actually likes to take first watch. He kind of waves. He's had the least amount to drink.
You doubt my skills.
Fine, I'll take.
I don't want to take second watch. I hate second watch.
I'll
I'll take
take
third
second
watch.
watch. You don't even have to do it, Sophia. It's just
Yeah, I know, but I hate it. I don't like it. I don't like interrupted sleep.
I don't
It's
know.
just the worst.
Nor does Nora.
Just the thought.
That's where it goes to sleep. She's gonna look at the stars and be like, wow, pretty stars.
Hundreds
A
of
little bit biased.
millions of the stars. You'll drift into unconsciousness and fall asleep. That's actually where I'm headed to. I'm feeling myself passing out, guys.
It is also light
I've been
outside
like
now.
watching you slowly fall asleep for like the last hour.
I know.
I'm barely conscious, so we can try and get my next wind. But I think it expired 2 hours ago.
It's light outside now. Yeah. You can see
Yeah, it is.
outside. And there's
So let's go ahead and say thank you guys so much for watching and staying with us for this extended episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and apologies for my little lethargy. Maybe I can Photoshop my eyes wider next time.
Yes. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.